class of 2022 prospect, Cooper Griffith, as they call him, the Coop. Coop, we've done it. We're here on your committed prospect interview. How does it feel to be a committed prospect in the LPG class of 2022?
It feels great. I don't really have to worry about the recruiting process anymore. Feels good to, kind of let that off my back and kind of go on and worry about, more other things baseball related, just being able to go and keep playing the sport I love.
You get to play for 4 more years. I mean, how many prospects can say that, especially, you still being a senior in high school and graduating soon. Talk to me about the fact that, you got to play your senior season on varsity as a committed prospect, and like, what does it feel like and how does it affect you confidence level wise, knowing that, hey, regardless of what happens, I'm playing at the next level and I'm on scholarship?
Yeah, totally kind of helped my confidence, just not having to worry about it while I'm playing. It was while I was playing summer ball and high school ball, it was always kind of in the back of my mind, like, I got to perform, say so, to be able to, send these videos to Jake and make sure they're good so he can post them and I can have college coaches, looking at them, looking at me. But now that I'm committed, I kind of can relax more, play more loosely, and just knowing that I'm committed and get to play next 4 years.
Okay, so let's talk about the videos, because we were talking before, like how awesome your parents were and how awesome you were of not only performing well in the field, but your parents sent us good videos throughout that recruiting process. So talk to parents that are watching this right now and active prospects that are going through the process. How important is it to have good video, and how important is it to have someone that has the trust of college coaches putting that video out there for you?
Yeah, I mean, I just feel like it's super important to at least have somebody there to record you consistently and just, have video of you and playing that you can send to Jake. Sorry about that. But
no, that's okay. That's okay. So sometimes you got the mowers going on outside. I get that. Everybody's got to work. But what I want to talk about and what I really want you to hit on here on this answer is, like, you are actively participating in your recruiting process, right, Coop? Like we always talked about from the beginning, you were with LPG for 8 months and you got a scholarship to your top target school, right? So regardless of what's going on, especially on the outside, you kind of controlled what was going on, like with your recruiting process, and you trusted us from the beginning. So by not just by getting us the video, but also you engaged on social media. I feel like a lot of prospects, they fail to realize that it's okay to engage on social media, because if you engage, it's going to help the algorithms on social media with college coaches, and it gives you a better chance to be seen. I feel like a lot of these videos were seen because not only were we posting and also you were posting, but we were, it was a team effort, right? So I feel like prospects kind of underestimate the amount of times and how often they need to post, or how often they need to really engage. You did a great job of that. So talk to us about how much that actually helped you.
Well, yeah, you got to get your videos out as much as you can so more eyes see them. And you got to be, do what you ask by commenting them, reposting them, so that way more eyes can get to them. And I mean, I didn't realize how important videos were to the recruiting process as much as they were.
Yeah, absolutely. And so talk to us about not only how fun was it, like seeing like people, like when because you hit a couple balls, man. I hold on, I gotta share my screen real fast, because you hit a couple balls during the summer that were bombs. So I'm looking right here. This is the goal, right? This is the goal. Commit to where you want to go. Talk to me about this day. Talk to me about this message. You're excited to announce that you're moving on. So this has got to feel pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, it was amazing. That was the day I went on my tour, got to meet all the coaches. I mean, the campus is beautiful. I just had a great time there. Family day, got to go visit my top school and got to accept it at the end of the day.
So you hit a couple balls. I was saying, in this, here's this picture. This is great.
Yeah,
this is great. So these are your coaches right here. So team effort, man. Talk to me about the importance of like everyone being involved. Look at your guys there. I'm gonna go back to this, but I want you to speak to this, and I'll bring it back up. The recruiting process is a team effort, right, Coop? Like it's not one individual that's always going to get it done, right? I feel like we sometimes miss the boat, and we think that we need to get credit. No one needs to get credit. The whole time, what was I telling you? It's about you. It's about you. It's about what you want, right? So when I share my screen and I see these pictures, it just reminds me, man, like how much it actually is about you and how much everyone really benefits once you succeed and get the college scholarship. So talk to me about the support system.
I mean, yeah, the support system was huge. I had my whole high school team. You know, I would show up to practice and they would just be like, supporting me and a lot of positive feedback. And then of course my family, they're my biggest support system. Both my parents were dedicated into this recruiting process. My mom being there, recording every single at bat, every single pitch. And my dad, obviously giving me a bunch of positive feedback. And then my sister, even, you never got to see her, but she was behind the scenes, texting me, congratulating me on all the great pitching outings, at bats. So, I mean, I have a great support system. I love it.
So was it pretty cool to see like the support kind of continue to become stronger? Because people, Coop, you and I know everyone's using this phone, man. Everyone's using social media. So not only with your family, like your sister and your parents being able to help you out, but I also noticed that there were Griffiths from all over the place that were supporting and kind of seeing on social media like your success. So for instance, when you're hitting a ball out of the ballpark and no one's there to see it, it's kind of tough because not every family member can go to every game. But then when it gets posted, like when LPG would post it or you would retweet it or you would engage with it, I know that a lot of the Griffith family members were like, let's go. And they were pumped up for you. It's a new day. Digital college recruiting it's been going on for a while, but it's here. And you're a great example of like, wow, like when I would do something well, my family could actually see it. That's got to be pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
So talk to me about that though, because it wasn't the same 5 years ago, Coop. It wasn't the same 10 years ago. Right. So you had to go to showcases, but with you, all you had to do was play your season. So talk to me about how, I don't want to say how easy it was to get seen, but how much easier it is to get seen if you know the right steps to take.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if your parents know and are dedicated to the process as you should be, I feel like it should be easy because, I mean, they're right there with you and they should take every step of the way with you. So I feel like the support system is very key to going to the next level, just because, I mean, you can't do it by yourself. So I feel like the support system is a big.
It's advantageous to have the support system, right? So when you have it and you can utilize it, obviously makes the college recruiting process easier. Now, I want to ask you a couple more questions, one of which being, we talked about this in our pre-interview. What's some of the best advice that you would give active prospects that are currently going through the college recruiting process?
I would just say be committed to the time and effort that you put into the recruiting process and understand that patience is key and that you get out of it what you put into it.
I love that. And what is I always ask our prospects this, and it's always interesting. The number one thing that you learned from LPG during your college recruiting process, what would you say?
I would probably say it's more of a marathon than a sprint.
I love that. I agree. And so first off, we got to do this again. We're going to do another interview. All right. Because again, what we want to continue to do is not only continue to monitor you as you're in college and like make sure that we provide that support system, but Coop, the way that you did your recruiting process and the success that you had is going to help the next prospect. It's going to help the next Cooper Griffith, right? Scouts are going to see this. College coaches are going to see this. And not only are they going to understand how well that, you speak and that you communicate, but, the confidence level that we worked on. I remember the first time we hit in the cages, man. Like, you remember that? That was a pretty cool thing. So we go and we hit in the cages. Well, you remember that conversation where I was telling you about, like, even though you're a big guy, right? I want you to be confident in everything that you're doing. And obviously, like, your process naturally progressed. But I think that conversation that we had really, I don't want to say it made a huge difference, but maybe it did make a huge difference, because I remember, like, right after that, boom, you started going off offensively and you started playing really well. So did that have some sort of an effect on you as well?
Well, I think I remember you saying during that conversation, like, I don't want you joining LPG to be a, like, oh my gosh, you have to hit a home run every single game. I want it to be more of you have yourself, Jake, behind me, there to support me and, be my confidence, like that you're gonna do everything that you say you will. And that kind of just gave me confidence. And also knowing that you wanted me to join LPG gave me confidence too. So I feel like that really helped also.
So it was just like, it was the trust. Cause I told you from the get go, it's like, you guys aren't a paycheck to me. You know what I mean? Like what my goal is to like continue to help you get what you want. And so that's what happened, man. And that's why I get so pumped up talking to you, because I could talk to you about this for hours, you know what I mean? But your college recruiting process at the end of the day got you what you wanted, man. It got you an opportunity to go somewhere where you're wanted. And you don't know what's going to happen, right? But we do know that you're going to be there in the fall, and we know that you're going to give everything that you got to be the best player that you can for that program. And not only that, but you're going to go get your education, right? Because I know that was very important to your parents as well, as education, right? And that's why I wanted you to be a part of LPG, because I wanted you to see something like in yourself that I had already seen in you, right? And so from the first day that I saw you, and the first day that we got together, and the first day that we hit, and we talked about not only the recruiting process, but we talked about you as a person, you as a prospect. I think that that's where the trust was built. And I think that's why it was a successful mission, is because we both kind of trusted that each other was going to do what we said we're going to do.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. All right. So I thank you. What can I say, man? Thanks for joining. Thanks for coming on. Thanks for talking to me. I'll definitely be obviously posting this, but the main thing is successful college recruiting process. You're going to your top target school. You're going to be on scholarship. You're going to have a chance and an opportunity to help that program win. And that's what we want. And I think, wouldn't you agree with that? Isn't that all you can ask for as a prospect, is an opportunity?
Yeah. I get to go to a place that wants me, that wanted me, and I get to go to a place where I'll play also. So, those are two great things. And then of course, education. So yeah.
Playing time, getting to play are obviously one hand in hand. They go hand in hand. Playing time and getting to play, essentially the same thing. But what you're saying is, getting your degree, playing time, everything that being a college athlete basically brings along with it, you get to go experience, man. So I definitely appreciate you joining today. And thank you everyone that watched this Committed Prospect interview. Class of 2022 prospect, Cooper Griffith. Coop, thanks for joining today.
Thank you for having me.